Hi everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. In this video, I am going to talk about parse JSON semi-structured data function from JSON and XML parsing group. This is the 8th video from Snowflake SQL function reference. Parse underscore JSON semi-structured data function interprets an input string as a JSON document producing a variant column. This function takes input as a string and produces the JSON document in the variant value. Variant is the data type. Syntax, if you see the syntax parse underscore JSON, this parse underscore JSON function takes the input parameter as the expression. Expression is nothing but a string. So argument of the expression, an expression of the string type. Okay, an expression of the string type that is called the varchar that holds a valid JSON information. Here JSON is nothing but a JavaScript object notation. Returns, what is the return type of this parse JSON? The return value is type of variant, as I said that in the variant value. So variant and contains a JSON document. It's a valid JSON document basically. Usage notes, these are the very important. I mean, before using the parse underscore JSON, if you have these usage notes information, then you know where exactly you have to use these parse underscore JSON semi-structured data function. This function supports an input expression with a maximum size of 8 MB compressed. So when you are going to provide the string to parse underscore JSON as the input expression, then the maximum size is the 8 MB that is compressed. Okay, and the second note is here, if the input is null, the output is also null. Please note that if you provide the input as a null, then output would be also null. However, if the input string is, suppose if the input string is null, means here null is within the single quote, that means it is a string, then it is interpreted as a JSON null value. Okay, so that is considered as a JSON null value, so that the result is not a SQL null. So there is a please note that there is a difference between null, null value between JSON null value and SQL null value, but a valid variant value containing null value. That means when you when you give the input as a null within a single quotes, that is a valid value in terms of JSON, in terms of variant data type. When a parsing decimal numbers, suppose if you mention the as input as a decimal numbers, parse underscore JSON attempts to preserve the exactness of the representation by treating 123.45 as number 5 comma 2, not as a double. Please note that when you try to give the number with the scale and precision, Snowflake in Snowflake, the parse underscore JSON will try to convert them into the number 5.5 comma 2 as not a double. However, number using the scientific notation, like this number, this is the scientific and it's a very big number, are numbers which cannot be stored as fixed point decimals. Okay, due to the range or a scale limitations, are stored as a double. So if any input string contains the scientific or range or scale is limitations, then those are stored as a double. A JSON doesn't represent a value such as a timestamp, date, time, or binary natively. Please note that JSON doesn't represent values such as a timestamp, date, time, or binary natively. These have to be represented as a strings only. So whenever you pass the timestamp or date or time values, like suppose 2021 07-02, that value considered as a null, string only. It's not timestamp or date time. Okay. In JSON, an object also called as a dictionary or a hash. Okay. In JSON, an object also called as dictionary or hash is an unordered set of key value pairs. So if you talk about any object in the JSON, that is nothing but a key value. Okay, key value pairs. suppose if you want to store key value related things, like in Python if you have a dictionary, correct. In the same way, if you want to do the same kind of thing, then you can go with the object. So that object also will be stored internal in the variant only. And the two underscore JSON and parse underscore JSON are converse or reciprocal functions. Please note that there is a bit difference between two underscore JSON and parse underscore JSON. Two underscore JSON is a convert function which converts the JSON document into a string, whereas the parse underscore JSON converts string into a JSON document as form of variant column data type. So let's see same in action. Here what I'm going to do, I'm going to set the context information to my session. Yeah. Here example, what I'm here storing the different types of data in the variant column by calling parse underscore JSON to parse the strings. Note that insert statement use the parse JSON function. So here, I mean, I'm going to create one table and then insert the data by using the parse underscore JSON function. So here create or replace, how you are going to create a table with the variant type is the column data type is the variant, and other one is the number of 2. So create or replace table name with two columns. One column is the number, another column is the variant data type. Okay, here this is the, and this is the insert statement where I'm going to insert into variant table. And here please note that you can use the, I mean, you cannot use the direct parse underscore JSON with the insert. So in we have to use the select statement only. So this parse underscore JSON have to use it as part of the select statement. Then the output of the select statement would be will be inserting into main table. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to insert the 9 rows which contains the different data types. I mean, this is the null inside the string. This is the null value. This is the true inside the string is a okay text. Generally, this is the in Snowflake it will consider as a boolean, but here in JSON in variant it is going to store as a string only. And this is the negative number, this is the number, it is a double, I mean scale and precision. However, it is going to store as a number 5 comma 2. And this is the exponential number, and this is the string within the single quotes. And this is the I'll show you that array, and this is the object. Okay, so key value, okay, x is equal to abc, y equal to false, and j equal to 10. So let me insert the data to table. Here I'm using the values and column 1 and column 2. You can give it any value, any name also, like see this case I use the column. Now what I'm going to do, let me comment column 1 and column 2. You can use, instead of column 1 column 2, you can use the $1 $2. For that matter, what I'm going to do, before inserting again, let me truncate the data whatever inserted just now. Here truncate table name truncated. Now I'm going to use the insert the data by using the $1 and here $2. You can use whatever you want, no issue. So here see number of rows inserted 9 only. Now we'll see the data from and as I said that you cannot use the parse underscore JSON directly as part of insert statement. See here this is the one insert into variant n column names values 10 come parse underscore JSON null. So here see SQL compilation error, invalid expression parse underscore JSON null in values class. So you cannot use the even without string. Suppose you are going to give the input as a null. So this case also same. Okay, SQL compilation error, invalid expression parse underscore JSON null in values class. So we cannot use the parse underscore JSON function as part of the values class directly. That means directly as part of insert statement. Now what I'm going to do, we are going to query the data from variant table which we have inserted. So here I'm using the one of the function okay type of, I will explain that one. So this is the output. Okay, so here this is the JSON values, and this is the converting by using the type of v. See, null is the null underscore value. This is the JSON equivalent value, and null is the SQL also in null only. See, true is the, when you use the true as part of JSON, it will always say string, but when you convert the type of v, that means this is the Snowflake or SQL data type, so it will considered as a boolean. So 17 is the integer, and 123.12 is a decimal or a number. Internally it will store as a number. When you create a table with this value, then it will consider as a number, and this is the scientific number stored as a double. As I told you that scientific are very large scale, precision or scale is very large, then it will be considered as a double, and this is the string. Okay, so varchar, and as I said that this is the, I mean, within the square brackets, whatever that values are there, that would be considered as an array. The data type is the array, and this is the object key value. So x colon and abc, so this is the dictionary or hash, or we can call it as the simply object is the data type. So to get to know that type, okay, data type, we have to use the type of function. So what is the type of function? Reports the type of value stored in a variant column. So the whatever that reports the type of value stored in a variant. In variant you may have a all kind of values. Okay, so if you want to know, this would be, I mean, type of function. And also this type of function will be helpful when you are going to do the automation or dynamic I mean automation with the JSON or variant. Then you have to use the type of function. So the type is the written a string only. Okay, this is about the type of. And one more thing, suppose as I said that this is the equivalent to null value, correct? This is the not a null when in terms of the SQL. Okay, so in that case, how we are going to convert this value? By using the strip underscore null underscore value is the one of the function from the semi-structured data parse. Okay, so here converts a JSON null value to a SQL null value. Okay, so as I said that there is a difference between JSON null value and SQL null value. So in JSON null value, always, I mean, when you if you want to convert that into SQL null value, we have to use the strip underscore null underscore value function. So this strip underscore null underscore value converts a JSON null value to the SQL null value. All other variant values are passed as unchanged. So this is only applicable when we have a null value, JSON null value. Remaining all will be same only. For that, what I'm going to do, let me create another table with the okay, one column is variant. So here a table has created. Now I'm going to insert the few rows. See, here also I'm using the parse underscore JSON. Suppose here column 1, can I use the other than column 5 like that, column 4 like that? Let me try. See, SQL compilation error, error line 8, line 2 at position 20, invalid identifier column 4. So you have to use the column 1, column 2 like that. Okay, column 1 or $1, $2. Suppose it is inserted. Now what I'm going to do, if I use the call 1, let's see, even call 1 also is not. So we have to use the either starting with the column 1 or $1. That is the only possible values. Okay, now I'm going to retrieve the data from the table. See, this is the null, still it is considered as a null. So now I want to convert this JSON null value into SQL value. So how you are going to convert? You can apply the strip underscore null underscore value, so that it will convert the JSON null value into SQL null value. Now this is the what I'm going to do. On top of this, here I'm going to do like this. So this is the output. Now select star from this one. I'm going to alias name as call1 here. So if I execute this one, okay, two values are there. Now null and call3. So where col1 is null. I am trying to get the null values are there or not. Okay, so here no rows are there, and if I put the is not null, is not null, I think two values. Yes, two values, because this is not a SQL null value. So how to prove that one not a SQL? I mean, this is the one way, and the another way, same way you can use here also. Select star from this one and give the alias name is the col1, and from my table, now this will consider as a SQL null value where col1 is null. Then we will get one row. See, this is the way how we have to use the strip underscore null value. Yeah, that's all from this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, click bell icon for more notification, like it and share it to your friends. Thank you once again.